Hello everyone! Today I demonstrate how to paint water and how to paint a reflection in the water. This is a simple exercise for beginners and this topic is very popular. Today I make this sketch without first drawing with a pencil, but if you want you can preparing and make preliminary sketch with a pencil. And the most important, determine where be horizontal line. Important, don't make horizontal line in center, and I will make a few little this part and this part more bigger. You can see in reference how looks this composition, and I start from the sky. I will make the sky with wet paper technique, and I add now water on paper. And in general I use not a lot of numbers of paint, but I try to make more shade. Now I use ultramarine dark blue and a little gray paint color. If you have some question, you can write in chat and I answer. I will great to help you. And I like to add a little warm color for the sky. You see how looks this combination, this blue-gray for cloth and a little yellow or ochre or orange colors for light part. And now I will make combination mix for this part, for this green part. And if you saw another my video, you know I like to use for green color. I like to use different combination but without green paint. It's very interesting because if you make combination, if you mix it, for example, blue and yellow paint, you have more interesting shade and more natural shade of green. I start to add this green color and I mix it now, how I said, ultramarine blue dark and yellow ochre. And I use this wet part of the sky for add green color, and you see this line blurry, looks much better and looks very natural. And I change a little color. I add more yellow ochre. You can see this combination. And I think this topic is very popular for artists, for landscape. And for me, the most important, not a lot of paint in your palette, but the most important, mix it different shades and maximum shade from your palette. And for make more realistic landscape, you need to add shadow and light pad. You need show this tone contrast. And now I mix more yellow color and change a little this shade. With yellow you have more mm, interesting, more strong green color. And you can write how I say it, some question, or maybe mm, how you mix it, green shade for your painting, and how combination, which combination you like. For example, I like a lot combination of black paint and yellow. It's very interesting and very natural combination, very natural shape. And now, for example, I use this combination, this shape. Yellow and a little black. So I want to leave this part for be dry and continue with water. And my recommendation, always have some paper for jacket color, for jacket mix color. And for example, before paint something, you can choose which color you will use and try to make different combination. This preliminary sketch very help to you for paint big painting. And for example, now you can see I prove different shade, different combination, and check it how mix it different colors and which colors I can use for different part of my landscape. Something like this, or for example, now I want to make this part, and I can mm, make preliminary proof and check it and make choose which color I will use for this part. And the most important uh, the most important point when you paint reflection in water, you need to know mm, reflection dark part becomes lighter and light becomes darker in water, and this is the most important point. For example, this part uh, I need to paint a little more blurry and a little lighter. You can check it in photo. For example, in green part, this shadow in reflection be more lighter. It's very interesting, and finally, it's very easy, very simple secret for paint reflection. And I start to paint, and in this part I add more darker color, this line I make a little more darker, and now I start to add color, and I make horizontal shades. And here I leave without painting paper for show texture of water. In water we have two directions, horizontal and vertical. Vertical direction is for reflection, and horizontal direction is for showed texture of water. And now I use dry paper technique, watercolor technique. And reflection on the water need to be more blurry, as I said before. For this I use dry paper watercolor technique and wet on wet technique. And I continue add color. And you see I use horizontal strokes for solid texture of water, and some part I make with dry paper technique and some part wet on wet technique. In this part I want to add new line. And how I said before, this part the water will be more darker. Not a lot, but a little more darker. Now I add color and later I add more layers, use wet on wet technique. And how I said before, I like to use minimum number of colors, but make maximum shades. And again, I make horizontal strokes for solid texture of water. If you saw another my video, I think you mm, saw this technique because make often I use often these horizontal strokes for paint water. And how I said before, you can ask something and I answer. I will be great to help you with watercolor technique. And now I add a little new color for this part because I want to show it texture of water and reflection, and for this I need make horizontal strokes. And how I say always, I recommend it. Make proof with your materials and check it. Your paper, your brushes, your um, watercolor set, and understand how works your materials. And for example, for me the most important paper, and today I use not my favorite paper for this painting, and some parts for me not so perfect how can to be. For this important to make choose. For me the most important in watercolor technique make choose with watercolor paper. For me it's the most important. And now I want to add a little details, and for example here I want to add more dark color, more darker shades for show it shadows. And now I use layer technique. And for example, how I say it about paper, I don't know you can see in video or not. For example, this part, I don't like this, but mm, sometimes you make this choice and use something new. For example, this paper, I was thinking, oh, okay, maybe it's okay for today. But no, I like my favorite paper, and I don't want to change nothing. Sometimes it's nice to make experience, and maybe one day I find something else, but for this moment I have one my favorite paper for watercolor, and I the most important I know how work with this paper, and in this paper doesn't make surprise for me. And always when you change something, change for me is the most important how I say as watercolor paper, and when I change paper and first moment it's off, I I think it's like mm, drive new car, something like this. First moment mm, need a little bit time for understand how it works. And if you have your experience, please write and share it because for me it's interesting. It's only my experience, and only me have uh, these feelings, or you have the same. I don't know. Or maybe I can give you some advice for mm, your question. And how I said before, for reflection, mm, water and watercolor landscape, the most important, check it this and this part, and make part of the water, and the water, dark part more lighter and light part more darker. So, and now I have to do details how I said before, and this part I add a little horizontal line for show texture of water. And now in this format of video, live video, you can see how I work, and you can see sometimes artists can make some mistake, and this is, for me it's very important. I think um, sometimes see this process, and I think you have these feelings too. Sometimes you make some painting, and you can see, oh no, it's not the best today, I'm not the best, and you can be sad and think, oh no, I never learn how paint in watercolor perfect. But no, it's normal, and I know it's normal, and some days you can make better, some days you can make not perfect, but important continue to do this, and step by step, if you have practice, you with practice you will learn how paint. And for me, this be artist, and this, for me it's important. Give yourself uh, some chance to make mistake. Okay, and now I add these yellow strokes for showing texture of water. And how I said, in water reflection, we have two direction, horizontal and vertical. vertical is reflection water, and horizontal in general it's texture of water or something on the water. So, and I said before, I like to use uh, for green shades some mixture with another colors. For example, for this green part I used mm, ultramarine dark blue and ochre, and green color is not the basic color, and you can mix this color with another paint, but blue no. Blue color you cannot to mix with another paint. Blue, red and yellow, this is three basic color in color theory, and without these colors you cannot do paint. You can use simple watercolor set, and for me the quality of your watercolor set is not so important. How I said before, more important quality of your watercolor paper, and important not only quality, important you like your paper and you know how work with this paper. You need to be friend with your paper, but for be friend, how I said before, need a little practice and a little time. You need to understand how works your paper, how works your material. And now I continue to add details because I want to make a little accent. And step by step I move to finish my work today. A little more accent, a little more details. Control contrast and control tone, how I said before, and this part shadow are more darker than here and on the water. So, and this plot is very simple, and for this I need to finish And again, I have to say, what important for reflection. In reflection, when you make reflection on water, you have two direction, and this is horizontal and vertical strokes, vertical direction, and you need to show a different um, tone, because in reflection on water, um, dark parts start to be more lighter and light parts start to be more darker. And for today, I want to say our who have attention for my channel, for my video, thank you. See you next time and have a good day.